Hey everybody, Curtis here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a pedal board and a bit of a gear walkthrough. So I'm just going to show you a little bit here. This is a direct look at my pedal board and Pensatone into Klon, into Timmy, into through-tone modded Ernie Ball volume. Throughtonemods.com. It's awesome. All the guts are replaced. Now it's active, and that goes out into the tuner out, but then as well it continues to the L cap and the Super Moon, all powered by Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 2. This is my Fender Custom Shop Esquire, and it's got a Lawler and compensated saddles on it. And here is my older British Vox AC30. It's a 90s one. 6 input, as you can see. No master volume, no reverb, all that newer Chinese stuff is not in these oldie goldies. This is my Swart AST that I use for most of my pedal demos. I just thought I'd bring out the Vox. You can hear a little bit of noise. That's because it runs ridiculously hot. It actually, the heat usually has a unique smell to it. So rather interesting, but just has great tones, and you'll get to hear that in a second. So I'm just going to set this back up here, and hopefully that gives you a view of the board, which pedals I'm turning on and off, etc. So here is the clean tone. Normally the first overdrive that I'll turn on is the Timmy. I kind of use it as a ridiculously light gain overdrive, and because the treble and bass EQ are cut EQs, I kind of find if I'm finding things a little bit harsh, I can manipulate the tone. It's not always on, but it's on most of the time. And so here's the Timmy. And probably the next one that I turn on is the Klon here, and I often use them stacked. I often sort of use the Klon. It's got more of a mid boost in it, and it kind of boosts where the Timmy is a bit more flat or transparent, although you can EQ the Timmy many different ways. So here's the Klon. I should say I'm also going into the top boost channel on an AC30. The newer custom classic or Chinese classic ones, they have problems when people try and run pedals into the top boost channel, and so that's why you're going to hear some different sounds. They're totally different animals in my opinion, this is the longest piece of gear that I've had, the Vox. So I'm just going to do the Klon on its own for those that are interested in just that on its own. So the Klon, interestingly enough, is a bit more of a mid-rangey, beefy pedal, and often those kind of pedals don't work well with the Vox. I actually happen to like the Klon with the Vox, and with the Swart. Both these pedals kind of sound great with both these amps. Timmy is incredibly versatile. The next pedal is a Pensatone, a little bit newer to me, relatively new pedal out. I've done a bunch of demos with it in it. And I have it in overdrive, in boost mode with the drive cranked up quite a bit. And so here is, actually I'll do clean tone again just for reference. So really bright, that's the Telly with the bridge pickup only. It's actually an Esquire. So, and here's a Pensatone. so that's a Prince of Tone. It's has quite a bit of mid-range in it as well. Although when you flip both dip switches on inside like it is right now, it adds a little bit more of that fullness. So it's not as much of a mid-range push as it normally is. And then so that's the overdrive section of my board. And then this is an El Capistan, Strymon El Capistan delay. Incredibly great sounding tape emulating delay. And next, I have the Super. And it just has this really great natural decay. You can also dial in a really great natural reverb sound, and the middle knob is kind of like a mod knob. It's called a sway, and I'm just going to turn up the reverb a little bit there on it, and as well the decay, I guess, and that trails out really nicely. And so the other kind of way that I use my board is I'll use both these. I'll turn on an overdrive, maybe two, and I'll do some sort of volume swells. And normally when I do that, somebody was asking, I'll strum the strings and then I'll turn on the volume. So yeah, as you can see, that's kind of how I use my board. I'm really just a rhythm guitar player, and I love tone, and I love pedals, and that's kind of where I've arrived after a lot of years. I'm sure a couple things will change, but they always do, and I'm going to be building a little mini board and trying to just do 4 pedals, one of them a tuner, so we'll see how that turns out. Thanks for watching.